So.
All right. So the idea would be to try out some computational criminalistics, right?
Yes.
Basically, as we saw, you play with this on the UK side. A lot of the cities, police departments do provide open data to the criminal cases, and in the case of the city of Atlanta, I'm going to open it here. If you look at Atlanta Police Department data or records, I think that's the one. Open records. Somewhere around here I found their data.
Okay.
Sources. So, well, it's easy to find. It's in basically the data was all in Excel formats, and had to do some data scrubbing.
I sent the link on Zoom chat.
Sorry?
I sent you the link on Zoom chat.
Zoom chat. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Mats. There you go. So yeah, basically what they have is weekly reports, but they have the raw data too, and they publish the data. There you go, from 2009 all the way to 2018, and then they got a running total for 2019. And the format is in a zip file. This zip file has a Excel spreadsheets inside. No, actually it's a CSV, right? And there is plenty of cleanup to do. So what I did last time, well, this was a couple of years ago, maybe, yeah. When Wolfram put the data repository, right, which you can find here. This is a website that Wolfram Technologies puts in place that if you want to share data with other people, you can certainly do so. So search for Atlanta. What it is data scrubbing, and the data is published over here. So, but what we should do actually is show this under the Wolfram technology. So to search for a resource, just do resource search. We know that it states Atlanta. It will go connect to the repository. Hopefully, yeah. There you go, and it will search and find any data that contains the substring Atlanta. There it is. We right click here so we can get the resource object, and we can say that our data set is resource data of that resource. Now we will go to the repository and bring the data back.
Diego, do you know if the police department has provided any dictionary for this data?
Yes, they did. It's on the on their website. It's got more data than I put over here. What I found when I was doing the data scrubbing is that they might have used some data entry people. The data was, for me, was very interesting to look at the information of when did the offense happen, at what time. This is, you got a report date. They had an incident date and an incident time. And looking at the data, there were many records that were all over the place, like someone was typing whatever. So I discarded those. But yeah, the data dictionary is on their website. And what I did here is the data that I thought was cleanest, to play around that could use for analysis. So basically, in 8 years, you had 275,415 offenses. If we look at one record in particular, any of them, let me see. This is the data that I brought in. So basically, a unique ID, the date that this thing was reported, which area of the police department it is, just the street address. The UCR is a code, a unique criminal identifier. So this is like the FBI gave these codes, and all the crimes are reported against unique codes. But this is the translation. So you got two literals, and then a group. So this is a burglary, right? You will have some data like crimes, but the interesting thing for the analysis was more the location for what I wanted to play with. What else? Now, so you can start. Let's look at what type of groupings they have, right? So we do DS. Basically, what we're looking is at the data set, and we're gonna go and ask for the unique records on that field. So basically, what you have is aggravated assault, which probably is hitting someone, right? Burglary is a forced entrance to either a home or a business. Homicide. Larceny is things like shoplifting and taking things away. Rape. Robbery is when you go and with a gun and or a knife or some weapon and rob a person and then taking a vehicle away. The other interesting field is the literals, which has a lower level of detail, right? So basically, what we're going to look is at what are the unique values on that field. Let's do it this way. Easier to read. So, for example, burglary, you have reports on entrances on shops, and this is entrances on homes. And then taking stuff from vehicles, like you leave your purse in your vehicle, they will take it away. So that's that. And this is shoplifting, or that type of things. A robbery to like a shop. Very good.
So try this one. Just putting something in quotes here.
Fantastic, and it came right away. So, do you want to explain the code?
Yeah, so it's basically taking the data set, the S. It selects the group which is vehicle theft, and then it chooses the entry for geolocation. Because there were too many, I think there were 30,000 or so. I just make a random choice of 1,000 and geo exploit it.
Fantastic. So it's all over the place.
And that means if you have the UC1 literal argument, you could put this in for vehicle theft and make it into a little manipulate that you can basically choose which crime you want, and then
let's do that. So I'm gonna make this prepare the data a little bit more if we want to do it by group. So this will be groups and manipulate comma group groups. So now very quickly we have an option of exploring on a very visual basis For example, homicide. I'm going to change the code a little bit, and we're going to make the geo range always be the same. Yeah, geo. Sorry, I need to put this in the right place, which will be here inside the. So what we're going to do is, because if not, the chart will change. So we're going to always use the city of Atlanta as the limit.
We should also think about the random choice of 1,000, because I think some problems might occur if you say, I want 1,000 crimes but they haven't happened.
Yes.
Unless you took, well,
So we're going to use as a base like 500, and then from 500 to 5,000 by ones. Very good. That works very well. And actually,
so now I thought this is not nice yet, but as an idea you combine that again via, I tried to send it via culture.
Let's try it.
With a, can we share this?
Yeah, I got it.
Yes, so it just combines it with a smooth histogram, so to indicate the distribution. It would be nice to have the points. So, I mean, it doesn't fit in your manipulator right now because I haven't done this, but it's easy to adjust. The thing would be to probably make the points a little bit smaller for GeoList plot, and perhaps black or something. Let me just check.
So basically I'm taking Marco's code and creating the manipulate. We're gonna fix the city of Atlanta. Let's see if it works. Larceny. So we need to try to make those points a little bit smaller, right? So when you don't know something, help is the best thing. The help in Wolfram is extremely detailed, so that's how you learn how to use this system. Plot markers, most likely. Let's go back one. automatic, none, geomarker. Okay. I don't change these things usually, so let's see what's at the plot market level. Maybe there's a size scaled, right? Tiny or small, good. So we would do at the geolist plot, we would put plot markers small. Let's see what happens.
So what's the problem with larceny here? Larceny, we have...
Why does it say the plot marker is a known option? That's not right.
Sorry. So there are cases...
Okay, so scaled. No, automatic S. Okay.
Oh. Larceny has in that data file more than nearly 145,000 entries.
But we're doing a random choice, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes it seems to kind of time out or so.
Yeah. This geolist plot is not liking the plot markers. But you can always prevail by using geographics. And then what we'll do is we'll do this. We're gonna say that we want it red and point size. It's gonna be small. And then we're gonna make this point. And then get rid of these plot markers. Now that we're changing this, let's put the number of samples that like that option back in here. And you need to close the brackets here. There you go, you got the little dots there.
Yeah.
Too tiny, but we can make them a little bit like medium. That's way too big.
Mm-hmm.
Small should be good.
Yeah, I think you could type numbers in too, right?
Yes, you could.
Because then you can have more control.
Yes. Okay, so what number should be a good number? Yeah. That's a big dot. Still a big dot. Another important thing here is when you do what was the name of this thing? Auto synchronization. One of the things I played around with this is trying to filter by dates, because the date format is on the date object. It is really slow. So
give you a styling option here, which is stolen somewhere from a community. It makes the background.
That's a very nice background. Yes, I saw it. I tried it, the other day with the Geo Smooth histogram. I'm not sure it works. Let's see if it works. Let's try it. Oh, okay. First,
so
sorry.
Probably would need that. So you define first styling, and then just.
Yep.
And I would probably put it in the 2 histogram plots, and then we could also. Let me see where that's already there. For color function, probably color function, color data, temperature map or something for the histogram.
Nice. So now we have instead of red, we have to go for green or yellow.
Green would what?
I'm colorblind, so let's try this. It is amazing with how little code you can start doing analysis, right? There you
go. So this always type in the wrong window here. I send you something for the directive for the color, so that works nicely.
Do you want this
it's
work?
Okay, it's okay. With the yellow, I think we can see it.
Yeah. No, the yellow stands out.
Yeah. We should probably change the color function. Let me see.
You're gonna add a color function for the smooth histogram, right?
Yep. Try color function. I think the temperature map is good because it's intuitive that the colors, warm and cold colors, correspond. So if you add this bit to the color function temperature map to the geosmooth histogram, that should work.
Just for the histogram. So here. Nice.
Yeah, I think that's a nice, it's a decent representation.
Yes. Very interesting.
So this is homicide. What you know that area? What area is that?
So this area is the west side of where I work. Let me show you. I'm opening Google Maps.
Well, let's do it with, because I'm sure you've got some service credits available. So there's the geo image. I actually think it doesn't need service credits right now.
No, this
because
does
it's
not use.
experimental.
Yeah. So basically,
It's basically just your Orange Atlanta entity into GeoImage.
yes.
You can then probably, because that's pretty much in the center, so probably if you restrict that, you could have a geo range, say, how big is this thing? Say, so let me see how far we get there.
This is close to the. Let me see here. Where is it?
So this would be nice to allow, because obviously you can, into the problematic, the hot area, you can nicely zoom in with, if you do the geo range, this is 1,500 meters, but, so.
I think I got the location close enough.
Yeah.
This
And then you
area.
can restrict it with the geo range to just the right place.
Yeah, so you can also, I think you can use a zoom level. Geo zoom level 8, 12. Let's try with a 4. Let's see what happens. No, the other way around. The other direction. Is there a dynamic geo image?
No. There must be something similar. There's dynamic geographics, so then you don't get just the same nice images, but it's nice to explore where things are going on.
Okay, so let's see if I can recognize the place.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if we can show. Actually, we should put one besides the other.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? So this will be column. there you go. So let's see if I can point you out where we are. So this is this area around here. This is a new football stadium. We have the Super Bowl, and that will be around. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit more because then you'll see the. Okay, that means this is the highway, and it turns here, right? Which is this bump here. It's this bump here. So it's a little bit south. It's around here, the bad area, which is a very poor neighborhood.
So, because you can shift, if you just do the dynamic geographics of Atlanta next to that, probably.
And you change the geo background,
no, just
right?
leave it and add a new one, a third one, or whatever.
You put the code in here?
Yeah. Well, modify it to like this. Dynamic geographics, that's enough, I guess.
You want this instead of this one?
No, adding as a third graphic in the same row. But probably doesn't do it, puts it in the next one anyway. Because in that one now you can zoom and you can move with the mouse up and down so you can shift the whole thing.
Yes. Correct. Lots of things going on at the same time, huh?
Yeah. Yes, on my computer this is practically without delay.
Oh, good. Well, maybe we can switch to your computer. How about that?
Yeah, I suppose that the moment that I start streaming the same, or that I start sharing the same thing will happen probably, but yeah, but in principle that works.
So yeah, this will be the west end. Well, homicide, right? Let me take the one in the middle away because it's not adding much.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see the band here. I'm gonna zoom in. We must forgive this computer. Do you want? What we can do is switch the share to your screen. Do you want to do that?
Yes, one second, I just, because there was something that should be doable, let me just check. So I also sent a hyperlink to, it's basically Wikipedia about crime in Atlanta, where there are numbers, but
okay, we can do that this way.
I think what should also be possible that we compare two different groups now. So if you say homicides and something else, assaults or something, and that you take the two distributions and subtract them from each other. So I have to see whether we're aligned rather well or whether it's completely different. But
What we can do then, if you wish, we can show something else. So I'm gonna turn this off for a second, which is tied to what you just said, Marco. And this will allow also to show some other features that are available. Let me see. So what we had is a data set, right? And you want to do burglary, homicides, and robbery, for example?
Yeah.
Okay. So we could say select and then basically what we're gonna do here is we're gonna obtain the geolocations, right? Let's see if this works. I forgot to put a little ampersand here. So basically what we're doing is we're getting all the positions of where there have been robbery in 8 years. One of the things that we can do with this is just take the latitude and longitude. And so basically it's the latitude and longitude, and you can do a smooth kernel distribution against it. So this will be the robbery distribution. So those are the robberies, right?
Yeah.
And these are the homicides. Homicide or homicides? Let's see. Homicide without the S, which allow us now to do counterplots against those two things. So what we need is the geo bounding box of the city of Atlanta. This will tell us the dimensions of the city. Okay, so with this, what we could do, let's try this contour plot of the robbery distribution, the PDF of the robbery distribution. The way that the Wolfram language works, when you're gonna graphic on a contour plot, you need to switch the longitude and the latitude for this to show properly, right? So basically what we can do now is we're gonna do X let's try this. Y. Let's see if it works. What else am I missing?
Do you have a set of curly brackets to watch? Possible?
Yes.
At the end?
Okay, that did not work as expected. Yep. So basically, what we need to do is to make it right. It would be like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it didn't change much. XY then. Nope. Okay, let's leave it as it is. It doesn't really matter if we turn it 180 degrees, and then what we can do is show this against the other one, right?
Yes, we should actually be able not only to show this against, because if you show it like just show like this, I think we won't see very much, I guess. Because either you change opacity of one of them,
yeah,
so we won't see much. What you can do, and I don't know whether that will work and how long that takes, but if you were to subtract the other PDF from that and then calculate the absolute value or something like that.
I see.
So the difference between the two PDFs.
So first we need to define the other distribution. So this is okay. So this is robbery. This is homicide. So now we're gonna do the absolute value of the difference of one and the other. And there. Okay, that's that. That's that. That's that.
Now the comma at the end, perhaps. At the very end.
Thank you.
Very end of the expression last.
So basically what we're saying is a difference.
First of all, we need the clipping off. And then we want color function temperature. So first, I can't run this now because I don't have the three lines. So the input 58, 59, and the contour plot. But if you give me that, then I can try something. And meanwhile,
okay, so
we have. Yeah, this is good.
That's the homicide distribution, and now I'm sending you this.
Excellent.
And then we'll switch to your screen. What about that?
I just give you something while I'm doing this. I give you something else. I give you this here. It's just one line, last line of the code share thing.
Very good. So basically this is going to show us the incidence of each type of crime, right?
Exactly, so that you see which crime type is dominant.
Which is shoplifting. Which we can now do a little analysis on frequency of shoplifting. How about that?
Yes, that's a good idea.
So let's
do we have the time somewhere? Let me see.
Not the time of the day. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if the crime. We're gonna try different crime rates, the different groups.
But I think the date is good enough. So, for example, is shoplifting more prevalent just before Christmas?
Yes, that's what we're gonna do. So let's do that. So basically what we're gonna filter first is all the robberies, and we're gonna bring the I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do it by week, okay?
Yes.
Or do you prefer by month? Weeks. Let's do weeks. Why not?
Weeks.
So
we'll probably have enough time to do this actually on a daily level at the end, but week is good to start.
Well, we can do it by let's do it by that would go faster actually.
Yeah.
Let's see if this works. I'm gonna do a first try and then I explain. Okay. There's no week, of course, so we should be using report date. There you go. So basically what I did here is first we filter out all the larcenies, right? And then we're gonna group by date and count how many geolocations were detected. Actually, it will be offense ID will be better because we know it's unique. And it might be the case that you have several crimes under the same location, which would be difficult but not impossible. Alright, so basically with this is our I'm gonna call it larceny stats, larceny I'm gonna convert this into a time series, okay?
Okay.
Let's see if that works. It did. So we're gonna call this time series larceny, which will allow us now to do a date list plot of. I like the detailed plot thing. Don't ask me why. And we're gonna change the aspect ratio so we can.
Nice.
And so you get an average. Let's do averages. Why not? And let's see if the trend is going down or not. Right?
Yeah. Moving average and then a window of
month, 30 days.
Yeah, 4 weeks now. Look, price going down.
Great place to live in, eh? Value 8. So we're gonna show both the details and then the moving average. There you have it.
And then you should now, because it's so interesting, you need to do a manipulate and allow us to change
the time window, right?
Not the time. I wouldn't. Yeah, the time window is nice, but in particular the type of crime.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because do all crimes.
Okay, so this will be. Yeah, we call this time series. We're gonna call this time series. We're gonna call this time series. We're gonna make this the group, right?
Yep.
We're gonna take this, put it over here. It's gonna be a width. So width. We're gonna pick up the time series, which will depend on the group, right? And then we're gonna chart this. We're gonna put here, because we want to know what we're looking at, plot label. It will be called daily group. I'm going to put it in uppercase. Okay, so now the only piece that it's missing, well, actually we need to manipulate here. Blah 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 blah, and the group is here. Okay, so width should finish here.
Mm-hmm.
I like to keep the axis always the same so we can compare visually. So what I'm gonna do is here we're gonna do a plot range, which will allow us to specify how we want the ranges to go. The date will be automatic, but the axis will go from 0 to 100. Larceny should be the highest of the crimes, and they were around 60, right? If I can recall correctly.
Would you mind sending me that code, please?
Yes, I will. Let's do this 60. Yes. Code on its way. Oh, what is this sponsor thing?
Cool. I gave you some code for the comparison of the two. So basically your output 60 for the comparison of the two distributions.
Output 60 for the comparison of the two distributions.
Yeah, so if you do it just under that. Oh yeah, I don't have the groups yet.
Oh, let me send you the groups. There you have the groups.
Thanks. Good.
Okay, so how do we read this chart?
So what we do there is we have the distribution basically of the robberies and the homicides. And what we do then, because it's a function, we just subtract the two, calculate the absolute value. So that whole thing is obviously positive or non-negative at least all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at the blue lines there that you see, that's basically the lines where there's an equal robbery and homicide rate, basically just density.
Yeah.
And then you see that within these blobs that are outlined by these blue lines, you have one crime dominating, and in the adjacent one you have another crime dominating, most likely.
Yes.
So it basically shows you, because I think that the positive will actually be the robberies, obviously, so the robberies will be higher, so I suppose that
a PDF has no it's normalized, right? So it doesn't matter the intensity or the amount.
So it's the density, so it's really a change of where one crime
is more prevalent
the other.
Yes. And if we put one on top of the other, well, it's not well, let's see what happens. Why not?
So last thing is that if we make this change the opacity, it doesn't line up nicely with the geographic. So if you just have the geographic of Atlanta, and we'll put this below and then put this with a bit of opacity, then you would kind of see that would be what will happen now.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, okay. Yeah.
So what this is telling me is there is an area in which you have a very hot spot for both, right?
And now we should be able, in theory at least, to compare different crimes. So you would expect that certain things, break-ins into houses or so, are more prominent in residential areas, for example.
We had this code that you published once in the community. I think I got something similar. Let's see if I can dig into that. which is what was before the geo smooth histogram was not available. So we had to work it a different way. Let me see. Oh, it's on the other computer, so I can't. It won't be here. Okay. Burglaries have gone down quite a bit, eh? The burglaries in Atlanta have gone down quite a bit.
So what I'm trying to do right now, but not being hugely successful at the moment, is to basically make a similar plot to the one that you're doing, just using removing just the averages.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see whether this works, and then having a check bar where you can basically add all the different types of crimes you want and compare them then in one. So let me see.
There's a doldrum in robbery on shoplifting in January, February. And there is a peak on summertime. Maybe the kids are away from school.
Yes, let's go. Realize what's happening. Let's check this.
Let's try the days of the week. No?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hijack this variable and change it to so what we're gonna do is so I'm gonna, that's all. Okay, I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna write another piece of code. The best approach is always start simple and then start adding on the code, because it makes it simpler to see where you make a mistake. So we know that we have this, and what I'm gonna do is create a new object that will have the day of week, and what we can do I think the function is date. Let's try this. Let's see if this is the right thing. Okay, date string. That's quite slow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was something was not being done right. So year, month, day name. Perfect.
Ugh, yeah.
I think it might be faster if we do this. Let's try this. Might not be the fastest function, eh?
Yeah, I swear. Can you do?
Would be listable?
I just wonder what a gather by would be.
No, what I want is to get the date, the name of the day, but that's, oh, there it is. So now we can do count by day names, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Counts. Yep. And bar chart. There you go. It would be nice to sort it by but I wouldn't recognize the names. Well, there's not much of a difference on the robberies. Saturdays are busy. A busy day if you are robbing people.
Yes.
What about larceny? This function is a little bit slow. I wouldn't say that's a significant increase, right?
Yeah, it might be.
So it's 100 more. 5%.
Just some comments, on the original data, we have reported date and we also have day. I'm not sure now if they're the same, so these are the reported dates, not the day that the crime happened.
No, this is, yeah, that would be the day of when the crime happened. This is the day it was reported. So actually you're right. So basically these are the days in which the crime was reported, not the actual committed day. You can go
Also, today, we don't have that much information. Lots of them are unknown, only for a few, we have the actual dates.
Yes. Oh, this is something that I wanted to, this would be interesting. One of the things that I think you discussed once, Marco, was that certain type of crimes you have this excitation factor. One happens and then it triggers a whole bunch. Especially when they go and rob houses, they just swipe maybe a neighborhood for a couple of days.
Yeah. It's the repeated offender or repeat victimization kind of thing, yes.
Yes. So we could try a little bit of that. This takes a long time. We need to see this function, how it can be improved by something else. Let me see. Oh, it's on the other computer. Okay, so what we could do is something like this. Let's use homicide, which is a smaller group, right? To try the concept, and then we can move to robbery. So what we could do is we select the homicides, and then what we do is we group by. Actually, we can do this on one go. Let me try something quick and see if it works.
Okay. Use a group, so we're gonna group all the crimes by group, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna group it by date. This will be the report date, okay, which is what we have. And then what we're gonna do is put together all the geolocations. So this is, let's say I'm gonna call this a dataset summary. Let's see what this does. I will have to stop this though. This is taking too long.
Alright, so what does this allow me to do? So, for example, let's look at burglaries, right? So if I just want to look at burglaries, I just say, okay, show me burglaries, right? On a given date. Oh, let me do something nice here. We're gonna sort it by date, so it's sorted. Okay, that's better. So we could do let's see if this works. So you it does not like the using dates as an index, huh? Copy position. There you go. So I had to put key. So just putting the date, it gets confused. So what this allows us to do is using the code that we had above. So with this, what we can say, okay, for the burglaries, just put as points all the events that happened on January 2009. So those are the dots. There you go. Okay, and actually, what we could do. This will be just an example, right? Then we have to write the code better. Let me see. Color data. Choose a scheme. So what we're doing now is playing with the concept, and then we can write the code completely. Actually, we can use gradient. This is a quick trial. And then, so for example, what we'll do is we'll build a sequence. So one day is one color, right? And then, actually we're gonna do it this way. Color and the points. Color and the next day. So let's make this let's see if this works. With a different color. Okay, let's put this as 9. And this is as 4. So the lighter the color, the most recent it is, right? So basically what we can do is put several days and you will see the colors will give you the history. So here, for example, you have 2 robberies the same day, and this one was a day before, right? So then basically what we would do is we can take, you pick a start and end date, right? It will pick up the dates and then put them in one single chart. So let's say dates. So let's say that you have a function. This would be a help function that says build geo. So you provide a start date. Oh, we lost the connection. Now it's back. Okay. And then, are you working on something, Marco?
Yes, I was. Doesn't work very well, but I've got something else to show.
Okay, do you want to do that? Because if and see, then we can continue with this.
So probably for that, I might want to take control of the screen.
Yes.
That's okay.
Do you want to show your screen instead?
Yes, I think probably it's easier.
Okay. That's us. Hello.
Just check. Oh, it was there we are again. Just finding my windows again here, hopefully. Okay, right. So let me share. That's probably not ideal, this one is better. So, share, which one do we share? Okay, right. I have to exit, move us somewhere else because I'm sharing another object here. Okay, this should work better now. Desktop 2, okay, so in the UK they have also this crime data, because what you did, you had a very nicely prepared data set that we use now all the time, and instead it took quite a while to do that, and it's true that this data cleaning takes quite a bit of time usually. In the UK there is a website, data.police.uk, so if you basically go to police data UK, should be one of the first.
Are you going to share the screen, Marco?
Pardon?
Are you going to share the screen?
Oh, I thought it is.
No.
Okay.
There we go.
Better, okay.
Yes.
So, let's start that again then. So you just Google Data Police UK, get to that website, and you have data. You also have an API in principle. So then you can go here, can choose different areas, and can say which date range you're interested in.
Yes.
And can export that then basically as a CSV. You can also include the outcomes of particular crimes, so whether they were actually convicted in court and so on. This is an awful lot of data, so this data set has lots of gigabytes. And I put a file in the Dropbox folder that you should have. So I shared this Dropbox folder for the session, and there is one file that is basically this. So I just do this here. So it's a file like this one. So I've got it on my desktop, and it's called like this. So it would basically be going to 2016. And the data goes back, and this was 12, so this was December 2016, December 2016, and you would go to, which one did I take here? I think the first one.
First one, yeah.
And then just generate the file. So it should download the file, download now. It's downloaded, and here's the file that I will be using now. So just upload this on the main on the desktop.
Yes.
So if you want to clean this up and want to see how to what's first in the file, so the first thing is check what is in the file. So one of the first bits we would probably want to do is we look at this data thing and look at the dimensions. And this is now 1 month in one of these areas, and we have 13,700 and something crimes.
Yes.
And if I look at the first couple of lines, so at data, say 1 to 15, let's do a table form of this. Looks like this. So for most of them you have a crime ID, that's a unique string for each crime. You've got the month, then where it was reported, longitude, latitude, more information about the location, other data about the crime, and we're interested in particular here in crime type.
Yes.
So what I want to do is I want to put this into some data set form, so basically clean the data similar to what you did. And the first bit here would be that I say something like I want the data, and I don't want the first line because the first line is just header. So let's say data 2 to the end. And what do I want of the data? Well, let's say we want at first to find the locations, and in order to try this out, I'll only take the first couple of lines as a test, and later I set this to larger. So what I want, and I could count now, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. What I very often do in order to facilitate this, if this is longer, I would do data 1, that's that, and then I would do something like this, like range, length of whatever this is, oops, and apply this to this here, because now I get just a number, and then whatever that is, and if I now apply a rule to this, oops, the transpose of this, I could thread this too, but I would get in which line I find what. So what I'm interested in is latitude and longitude, so 5 and 6, but I'm interested in latitude and longitude in that order. So what I basically say, I want the data, I want to take each of the entries one by one, and then I want to take the 6th and 5th column, and I apply that like so. So what I now get is nothing. Why do I get nothing? So let me see. Yes, because I'm not using enough of these guys. So these would be now the geo-coordinates, because I wanted in a nice clean data set to whatever comes out here. I would probably want to apply geo position, I would guess, one by one again. So I get something like this. And now I want to get this in a typical data format. So what you could do is you could say I want all these to be geopost, I want this to be labeled by geopost. So what I could do is I could take this and well, basically substitute this like so. So what I've done here, I've got the exact same code I had. So this bit here, this makes the geoposition out of my data, and the second bit just counts the length of my data, so how many lines are there, and writes always geopost, and then I thread a rule over this. So if I do this for the first 15 lines,
good.
And if it doesn't die on me because I type in rubbish, so I'm stuck now. Board. So let's do that again. So execute the data. This is all the same. And I use this here. I get this typical geopost array or rule arrow to the geoposition. Turns out if I do this for all of them, I get error messages. Because for some, you see at the end there is no proper geoposition, so it's basically empty. So what I can do is I can kind of say such that whenever the geoposition is unknown, substituted by missing or available, and because it now would still complain and I want to get rid of it, I have understood what's going on, so I take one of my favorite commands and just suppress the error messages here. So what I should get now is locations, and if I look at a couple of them, that looks all fine. So I've got locations cleaned out. So then I would like to know the type of the crime. So the type would be in 10. So same procedure as before. Now I call it type. Map thread. Well, it's basically this bit here. So that is the rule, and I call this now type.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say I want of all of them now entry 10. And apply that to data, and again to see whether it works from 2 to 15. And this will be the prime types.
Good.
So again, let's do that for all of them. And then I do a very similar structure for the date, and the date is the second entry. This takes again, so you see it's basically the same problem that you had. Date object is not the fastest of functions, but well, at the end it runs. And then I can take basically the corresponding value, so I take the date, oops, oh, what did I do? Length, comma, oh dear. Copy that again. So let's do this. Fix that bit of code. And now I take the three of them. I take the date, the type, and the locations. Transpose that so that they line up.
Mm-hmm.
And then use the association on that, convert it into data set,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully get a data set where I've got the date, which in this case, because I just chose 1 month, is always trivial here, the type and the geoposition. And with that now I can of course do the kind of use all the structures of data sets, so I can say prime data, and that's similar to what you then did, say all, and I want the geopositions of all of them. Let's do only to check whether this works 1 to 100. Put it into normal, because if I don't, I just get entries from my dataset, and then geolist plot it. And there are the first 100. Now these are just all crimes now, using a select before that. So if instead of crime data all, I were to take the whole thing and say I substitute that by some select. So I basically go here and say select and call the type say anti-social behavior, and that's now important. That's the British antisocial behavior, so with OU. And
How do the British misbehave?
yeah, at least the spelling needs to be correct in this case.
Yes.
Let's see where we have antisocial behavior. So then there we get the plot of our antisocial behavior. I sent you the kind of style that might make it look a little bit nicer.
Yes.
So let's take the same style command that I sent you before. Put it in here too. So styling, and try this. Yeah, And there we have it. And again, I could, of course, do similar things to what we did before, like use now like smooth distributions for histograms or something like that. So we could try something like that, take all the data and do a geo smooth histogram, then again everything would hopefully look similar to what we had before. So I think there are options. So if I go here, let's say control command, control option, okay, no. Oh, what's that? There was a way to see all the, okay, control all the options. And we'll do that now. Okay, anyway, so here.
So that's basically Bristol, right? You know the concentration because actually that's a city.
And
around it
is like if I now change, there are options for how to do this. Let's see. Different terms, I think. So you can use smaller bandwidth, for example. That doesn't have too much either. So opacity functions, that doesn't help me a lot now. Boundary style. Which one was that? So there was not the geomod, but there was the type. So how I define basically the width of the distribution for the estimate. G7 mesh options, no. No. None of the above. Let's try that. Because there were options for methods. Let's see. Methods. If I now use the methods that I can use here.
It was something else.
Just a method automatic, and it didn't come up. Yeah, method. But it will have methods similar to
the smooth kernel distribution.
Yeah, let's go for this.
It was shear Jones or something.
Yeah, exactly. If I just new, okay, options, let's see methods here.
Nope.
No one of those. Control plot, no. Yeah, which one was it? Okay, let's have a look here. Yeah, there we go. Methods. This is a good one.
Yeah. So, Matt's had a question on why don't we use semantic import to clean the data?
Semantic import. First of all, it's extremely slow if there's so much data. So we can try and then see what happens. Let's do this. So if I take this, let me first see data how long it is. What's the byte count of this?
Yeah.
So that's in bytes, about kilobytes. It's not really large. But this is the data when it's in Mathematica. So let's see how much that is on my desktop. Need to find it somewhere. Where is it? Criminalistics there. So on my desktop, this thing is 3.5 minutes, whereas here it's 9.2, more or less. So, okay.
So yeah, I think it gets slower based on the number of lines. That's semantic import, right? So if you go
I think because semantic import is also with the dates, it's usually very, very slow.
Yeah, that's
so
why
I tend to use that only for really, really short data.
Two.
For very short data files. Let's see what happens. Oh, let's do this here.
Yep. Nice. Not bad.
No. So that's not good at all. Okay. Doesn't do anything right here. Now look, for example, the geopositions are not recognized. This is completely wrong, I think. So if we look at, so it tries to take this here as a position which is not correct. The crime type is okay. Crime ID. This looks okay. This doesn't look alright either. I don't think this is correct. Is it? Well, it could be. The thing is, I just chose December. These are November dates. It's end of November, so it could be that it's the reported date or something.
Yeah.
But no, it's not, because all of them are November.
I did that, it does a very clean job, but you're right, it takes about 2 minutes.
And it does so, on my data set?
Yeah, on your data set, the one that you share on Dropbox, the results is very good.
I did this now and it does that?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, no, it does a very clean job, it's basically, you could do anything that you want. It's
very close?
It's basically, the one that you wrote, semantic import, and then, your file. That was it.
How can that still go on?
I don't know, the absolute timing, what happened there, it's...
Okay, let's try like this.
It should take, 1 minute.
No, it's done here.
Oh, that's... no.
You've got a powerful computer.
No, that's not the output that I get, it's... The output that I get is very clean, it's a very nice data set, and I basically, do the things that you were explaining. But anyway, you're right, it's... I was just wondering, the cleaning, that... I guess, we also spend, about 2 minutes to clean the data. Maybe, semantic import is one option.
The thing is that, as you see, it doesn't seem to... Are you on a different version?
No, 12.
Huh. Yeah, could you try?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
You put it on Dropbox, I guess, and I can download it from Dropbox.
Yeah. So go ahead, continue with that. I'll take the timing on this one and I'll report back what happened.
Right, so, but yeah, so I don't know, I mean, I've got... Usually it doesn't work the way I intended it to work. So I think now it might actually, if I go to say normal of this, let's do this differently. Let's do all. I can't even, I don't have a title for this one. O2 to start. Yes. So do you recognize that these are data objects? Hopefully. But the dates are also wrong. I mean, there is of course something that I'm doing here, because I'm not sure whether that could be something, because there are often problems with the British and the American notation of dates. But this is obviously, I mean, it's everything is the 30th of November. That doesn't seem to correspond at all to this here. So it recognizes this. Let me see, if I do semantic if I do interpreter, and what was D? Probably date. Now it does it right. So this is December, and when I import it with semantic import, it doesn't.
In which Dropbox folder did you?
There is a folder that is called CC something, CC Computational Conversation, CC on crime, and I sent that a little bit ago.
Oh, okay. That's why I couldn't find it.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Alexa decided to discuss with us too.
Don't say
Would you like to chat with an Alexa Prize social bot?
So what could I do this? Cloud.
Would you like to chat with an Alexa Prize social bot?
Which one do we take? Cloud submit, cloud save, cloud expression, let me see, cloud share. Cloud share users, cloud export PNG. Let me see. So if I do cloud share, oops, data. Does this work? Do I have to tell it first with whom? Cloud share user, object users. Oh, let me see. Cloud put. Let's do that. Okay. Let me send that to you. It would be interesting to see whether, because if I keep having trouble with semantic import, it would be interesting to see where the problems lie. Yeah, my co-share window is gone too, so that's nice. Okay. Last result here, email. Okay, I sent you the link by email. Anyway, so the data cleaning didn't take incredibly long anyway, and we've got a clean data set here. And it should now be, because this is relatively fast, if I say gather by crime data. Well, let's try, does that work? Type. No, it doesn't. How's that going? On this. Is gather by operator for?
It's a group by.
Or group by.
And then you say type, and then you tell what operation you want to do.
No.
No, get not that ampersand. Yeah, there.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yes, exactly. Okay, so here we have the crimes total. That was pretty fast.
Mm-hmm. So basically, what you can do if you want to count, you can do.
Well, it's counted here. Basically, to explore this is perfect because there are two and 205 in total. So it's basically counted already in this table. But you wanted to count a different way. You wanted to do crime data.
You do group by type.
Yes. Group by type.
And then
I would probably do. Now I can choose one of these here, for example, right? So 1, 2. So bicycle theft would be one of that.
so you want to filter that, or you want to count how many of each event?
This is criminal. Why is that 1? No idea. Oh yes, because it's 1, of course. That there. And for this here, I would basically say, well, I could do this. And that would mean that I can do this.
So what you can do is so
Yeah.
yeah. I think
You're not using just accounts and then type.
yes. So you'll be group by, comma, counts, then type.
Yep. Crime data. Oops. Group by type.
Then comma, count, comma, type. Count. Yeah. Count. Yeah. No.
If you remove the group by, let's see, just counts and type.
Yes, that because yeah.
Good.
So, what about this? What? No. Not again. So I should be able to do a okay, let's do this. Take this as crime, all crimes, all crime counts. So all crime counts, all 1 and 2. Is that what now? I want. So let's do that.
I'm not sure if I understand what you're planning to do.
I'm not quite sure what I'm planning to do either. So what I want to do a bar chart of this.
Oh, you can do the bar chart directly with
Yes,
association.
but I was just trying because I wanted some flexibility later for the formatting of this. Let me see. I think I can do this, right? No.
Instead of doing the normal, you got two normals. Remove one of the normals.
Okay.
So now you got an association. And
that
if you do
works.
that should
Okay.
work. And if you do chart label automatic, labels automatic, it should work. Of course, what you're gonna do in this case is you can do the bar origin to the left, which is more readable. So you do comma bar origin left. And then you can actually sort.
That's what. Yeah, usually. So if I do something like this, oops. What am I doing here? No. What? No, something like that, perhaps? Because...
Outline is now an association, you should make it a list.
Yes, again, okay, no more. Change that. Okay, so if I do this counts from... Let me see where I'm actually at least getting what I want. Bar chart. Let's do.
You want it sorted first, right?
Yeah. Sort by first, so much, and then reverse.
You can do reverse sort, right? Directly? Yeah.
That would work, yes.
Yep.
Constant or 1. And now should it work with if I take the, because I can now, there's probably a better option, all 2. So rotate.
Yes.
High half. Does that work? Could work, right?
Yeah.
If I do this in chart labels, yeah.
Yeah.
You said you like
that one, yeah. Detail or scientific, yeah. Detail I like.
Right.
That's good. Why do they combine violence and sexual offenses? Interesting.
Yeah. Criminal damage and arson, public disorder. Yeah, possession of weapons is relatively low. I'm actually. Yeah, it's Oxford. Okay, because I think knife crime should be higher in, for example, London, I guess. Yeah. It's interesting that is. Well, yeah, it should be split, I think, in this case, would be nice. Do I get a word cloud directly from the...
Yes, you should get word cloud directly...
from the association, right?
Or from the actual that data set, right?
Yeah, yes, I just hoped.
So it would be the data set, all, and then the field that you're looking at. So it would be crime data, right? Crime data,
Yes.
all type.
Oh, crime data. Oops.
Yep. And if you do a word cloud of that, should do it.
Oops. Gosh. Yes, and there was the option, just plain. There was this option.
That's a very odd
Word orientation.
compared to Atlanta.
So what do you mean?
You got the Atlanta data, right? So you can use UC level 1, the UC1 literal, right?
Yeah.
And do the same for the word cloud.
So, you mean I still have the word cloud potentially? Let me see.
So yeah, all you need to do is search for the resource that it's on. If you do resource search Atlanta.
Yes, I should. Oh no, I create the kernel probably.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I just take the.
Because I don't recall the aggravated assault to be that high. Which would be a violence, right?
DS.
All, comma, UC1 literal. So uppercase U, uppercase C, 1 literal.
The 1? Oh yes. Okay.
So it's
UC
1.
L. Actually, okay.
And L in uppercase and then literal.
Literal?
Yeah, there.
Yes. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So.
A word cloud of that. So basically, it's a picking up stuff from cars or no cars, burglary. Yeah. But look at aggravated assault, which would be considered violence, right? You can go to UC group if you want, which is one level higher.
This is one level lower, isn't it?
It's sort of, yeah.
There seem to be more. If I go here, there seem to be more options than.
Yeah.
More accessories.
Make it bigger.
This is what you guys do in Atlanta?
Well, it seems to be, but you beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Sorry for my language. Yeah. Maybe that's not appropriate for the channel, but it's quite different.
Yeah.
That's so odd.
They're more physical there. I'm not sure
here the thing is we don't know the split between the two.
Yeah.
Well, but let's say that. Yeah, let's forget about sexual offense. I don't know. That's so.
We have rape as a different category.
Yeah, but sexual offense could be anything. Like if you go and grope someone.
For Atlanta, we have aggressive assault and what else? Rape. That's the only two.
What this? No, that's nice and big. Yeah, you're right. This is quite a.
So because I would consider like aggravated assault would be violence, right? When you go and hit someone, if I hit you, it's an aggravated assault. Either you report way too much violence or I don't know, that's odd.
Yeah. Robbery, yes, absolutely.
Vehicle crime.
Look here, burglary is here. You've got burglary like that. Okay, wait. This is, okay. So,
are you looking at a subset that it's too small, or when you process it?
I don't think so. Let me see. So, this is yours. Okay, so how much do I have here?
Actually, you know what? The Atlanta thing is not reporting domestic violence. There should be domestic. Aggravated assault is aggravated assault if I hit you on the street. But you're right, there's a lot of calls of domestic violence, and we didn't see any in the Atlanta file. I don't recall. So that's not being reported by the police in Atlanta?
Robbery, commercial.
So can you remove the violence and sexual offense, or
what do you mean remove?
So yeah, if the crime data, right, select all. So you do select type
Yes,
not
select.
equal to.
Oops. Okay, well, type.
So not equal to.
Something like this. Oh god.
Violence.
Was violence and sexual offences.
And you need to put an ampersand outside.
Oh, yes.
There, yeah. So that's a good question. Okay.
This would be interesting to explore more countrywide as well, different places, different
crimes. Yeah.
So we do have the data for. I mean, the data is there for the UK. I mean, at least for England and Wales.
Yes.
Because I mean, what was key? If you draw these kind of things according to offences, so you change the colours. Let me see where I can do this. This is antisocial behaviour. So now, how do we change the? This is not signing. What is signing at the moment? Oh dear, how do I change? How was that in this here to change the color of the dots?
It's the plot marker, but it didn't work.
Yeah. Plot mark. Really?
What we will need to do is
automatic because.
No, because you will need to have it as separate groups, right? And then you would color.
Yeah, separate groups in different colors would be nice. So I could, because if we go to, we look at the types that we get. So where do we do this? So let's do crime data.
And maybe we should only focus on.
We have that in the table.
Focus on Bristol, right?
Yes. And there are low numbers here, so these will be difficult. But you will expect drugs in certain places, in public order, kind of things. I think also days, if you compare that with time of the day, you see that certain obviously alcohol-related offences are in particular places of the city at particular times.
Close to the pub.
Yes. Yes, you won't have that too much in residential areas. So let me see. But we must be able to change the style here.
The problem that you have is the way that it's done. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
That's not bad.
Okay, so
do a geo-range Bristol.
But if I now do here, which one I'm interested in? So we say criminal damage and arson by shoplifting, other theft.
Public order. I like public order.
Public order. Okay, public order.
Yeah, why not?
Let's do.
What's the difference between public order and antisocial behavior?
Right. Good luck, isn't it?
Matt, great talking to you. Thank you for joining us today. He may have left already.
Yeah. So what goes on here?
Do you need?
Order doesn't exist, I guess.
Yeah, it does. Do you need the show within? Do you need the inside the list?
I'm on box. Yeah, we send the box. What? Does this work? Okay, explain. So, what do we have here? Box name, RGB color, was sent as a box form expression.
That's interesting.
Yes, of course. Sure, that's it. I should call this sign. Then update that. They seem to.
Yeah, just do geo range Bristol. I'm assuming that it's gonna recognize that it's Bristol, England, right?
Yeah.
I guess you have to do them both the same, or will it be in small?
I think it takes from the first usually.
Okay.
But it tries to get these on there, right? Geo-range.
No. If you do a geo range on both under Bristol City, you should ignore whatever is outside. Put this geo range on both charts, just in case. See what happens.
On what one?
So you got two geo list plots. So put it on both.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
I'm not even sure that I could do this on. Nothing.
No, nothing. Okay.
Still geodisk? No. Geo. It should be GeoRanger, I find.
Yeah.
It's okay. So what options do I have? Worldwide, country, mines. And then it takes the points there too. So can I do
Geo bounding box.
this? Does that work?
You could do a geo bounding box.
Yes. I'm just too lazy at the moment, so
Yes.
because I need to find out. No.
No.
Oh, what a shame. You really want your bounding box? Mm.
It won't make a difference. I think it's not picking it up. No,
No,
no.
it's not.
The geo bounding box will give you the box that gets the whole city of Bristol.
Okay, so let me see. That must be possible. Options? Geo-labels, geo... Options... Oh, cross not.
Okay, so the way to do it, instead of geo list plot, do geographics and with point, and that works. Because that one does have the geo range, and you put the city.
You mean this?
So if you do, yeah, there you put a geo range, a geographic.
Geographics.
Yes.
And then I do also, just in case this starting in, I say a geo... What do I say?
Geo range Bristol. Yeah. Perfect. Let's see what happens. Oh, you got a...
Yes.
Is it because the other ones are bigger and therefore it will take the biggest option?
Oh, come on. Getting desperate now here.
I think we need to get over that function geolist plot and use geographics with point.
Strange. Can this show accept range as well, right? Does it do this?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! Wow, didn't know that.
Okay, so public order, so you don't want to be there, that's fine. So let's take something more extreme. So violence and sexual offences, we've got that. Let's look for drugs that are fewer across.
Now, how many months are we looking at?
One.
One, okay. And there were no murders whatsoever?
They're rare. We don't have lots.
Huh. None.
This is, I think, I mean, yeah, so I wouldn't expect that very often. Yeah, drugs. Is there any kind of spatial... this seems to be a hot place, yeah, that's good. So yeah, here probably. What was the antisocial look here? The nice...
You should download the thing from Aberdeen.
Yeah, that doesn't work because the thing is for Wales and for England. It's not for Scotland.
Oh, interesting.
So I've got a post. I think. Shouldn't be that actually, because there's also this repeat victimization thing in there. So, got longitude, latitude. Yeah, this is also Bristol. This is all different colors. Yeah, here you can choose. Where are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is over time. think. Yeah. So you do see that there are patterns that perhaps also low numbers. Have we started to discuss modeling any of this?
Yeah, we'll do it for another day, I think.
Yes.
Marco, I think I need to go.
Yep.
It was a real pleasure. I learned a lot today.
That was fun.
And let's see how this thing worked out on the live stream.
Yes.
All right? I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. I'll send you the link to the streaming.
Okay. Alright, let's see how this... Yeah. Do you have a local copy?
I left a local copy. Yes, I did a recording, and I'm streaming. And it's supposed to be linked to the account that it's linked to the Prime. So it should stay for a long while.
Okay. Alright.
All right.
Excellent. Perfect. See you.
Bye. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.